somebody coming in under those terms is unlikely to select family coverage, but may select single coverage instead.
So the judge, how is the judge, is he just paid up? Like
Judge is a very small stipend. This is really the clerk.
The clerk, okay, thank you.
Good question. Other questions? Okay, move on to the village manager then.
Page 43.
All right, so we had the reapplication salary and benefit levels to better reflect staff time. Mark, TID, or some out of the TID also came out, correct? Sometime out of the TID came.
That's correct.
So
Sometimes
that
came
was-
out of the TID as well as more time from our administrative specialist started going into village manager's budget.
So if you see salary going up, it's not because, you know, Rebecca or myself is getting, you know, a substantial pay increase. It's because of the TID factor as well as that administrative payroll specialist. As with liability and property insurance costs, now reflect public official costs only. And then public education, I did reduce that amount, but it still meets the training expectations as outlined in the village manager contract that the board approved. As far as accomplishments, initiation of Citizens Academy, rollout of our Wellness and Merit programs, which I'll once again work on that memo and make sure that you get it prior to the wrap up on the 23rd. Policy issues, continuation of Wellness, Merit, and any education programs, coordinated by the Conservation Committee and Penn Safety. For a few years, we've had those committees have some funding in here to do some educational programs, so you know, we're proposing to continue those. Other questions on the village manager budget?
Where does the organic program fall?
That is, they'll be in the capital section of. We'll
You
do
just
that
want to
after.
do all the other capital at the end? Or?
I propose to go through the operating and then we'll move to the general capital for the village manager and village board.
Other questions?
Where's the expense for conservation and pet and life safety?
It's under programming, I believe.
Oh, I thought.
Is that right? Am I remembering that right, Mark? I don't have it in front of me. It's on my other computer here. That's,
It's not sustainability. It has a line
Yeah, it's right underneath programming.
Could we add, possibly upping that a little, assuming we get the Human Relations Council appointed and operating next year? That they may want to do some education and activities.
which they would. That's part of the proposal
Yes,
language
yeah.
that we have.
Just like
500.
300, 500, 300.
I don't know, it's an overall budget thing, I just want, but it falls in this one too. I did get, we talked about professional services, education, is it professional, what do we call it? Development, thank you. And it appeared that the average of actuals over 2015 and 16 was, in 16 it was $14,000 less than what was budgeted. And if you average the 2 years, it's 10,000 less. So I don't know that I need to do anything about it this year, but maybe after one more year of data, we can look at that and say, are we over budgeting? Because the actuals are coming in much less, and that's a good, I mean, we should
For
start.
what lines are you referring to, please?
This one that you gave me, it's the, hold on, that I requested, it's memberships, professional.
Village-wide, you mean?
Yeah, village-wide,
Okay.
for the whole village. So we had questions about that last budget.
Let's see if that trend continues with one more year.
Yeah, same for office
Yeah.
supplies, they're coming in significantly lower. So those two things that we talked about last budget, we don't need to rehash them, just, I mean, we can give it a grace period here, but just to know for 2019 that if the actuals continue to be lower than what we're budgeting, I would like to have that. I mean, it's you know, $10,000, $16,000, and that could be.
I would just, if you don't mind, add, obviously, you know, once Chris gave notification, he's retiring.
Yeah.
I mean, he's suspended a number of things that he would have gone, so that's going to, as a one-time event, hopefully, in the near future, that's going to skew those numbers a little bit in that department as well.
But you can still do the average over the 3 years.
Absolutely.
Or 5 year, I don't care what it is.
I think 2018 will help. You see that. Okay,
All right.
anything else? Go to, you can skip to finance. We did for customer service as well as, do you want me to read your slides or do you want to read?
No, go
your
ahead.
slides?
I think you're doing great.
Your voice is nice. What page is that?
Page 53, sir.
All right, so Mark's department here, significant changes, once again, the reallocation of salary and benefit levels based on some of the reasons we already mentioned with the TID factor. Also, the reallocation applies to professional fees, financial, as fewer costs are being allocated to the TIDs in other areas. 3 big accomplishments: successful 2016 audit, completed and approved the procurement policy, which I know as a board you helped, or as a budget and finance committee you helped. And then Mark hired a new assistant to the finance director, which he's been on board for a few months with us now. Any other accomplishments you want to highlight, Mark?
Just everyday stuff.
Paychecks come out. That's the paychecks get delivered.
Just policy issues considered for the budget. Keep in mind, finance currently is the home for utility billing services. Staff is continuing to assess future implementation and impacts of the automated meter read program. And then, of course, their time to implement and update, implement the updated procurement policy.
In the text, I know we don't usually talk about text, but could we add something on procurement? I know we didn't really make any adjustments to the job description, but just to highlight that this, it's a job function of the finance department. One sentence maybe, or a word. And then also just that shift, if there was any additional professional education for treasurer, would it show up in this budget? So I'm not sure.
Yeah, and again, that's something that Diane brought up actually earlier today, so we'll have to see if we shuffle that thing.
Yeah, great point. Any other questions? If not, we can then head to other general admin. Is that the next page? Great. So other general admin, and Trustee Rosick, this kind of gets at your question a little bit. With the legal fees, you can see how that's broken out on the following page, itemized out. But the court-related legal fees, as a reminder, is reflected now in the court budget. Retiree health care costs for general administrative staff are now reflected in other general admin. And then there's Village Hall general costs consolidated here, just improving the reporting and transparency, just including it all in this one area. So hopefully that's a little easier to find. As far as accomplishments, just highlighting that we're in the second year of a contract, a block contract that we do with Corp for IT services. In addition, you'll see under the projected for hiring and recruitment that that's significantly higher. That's because we put all the activities to hire and recruit a village manager there. So if you're wondering why that's substantially higher, that is why.
You're looking at page 56 on that?
Yes.
Policy issue to consider. Under assessment services, a few years ago, the board determined to go to annual assessment services. I think prior years we did it on a 5 or so year basis.
Well, actually, we did it when we got more than 10% off.
Okay, thank you. So, we just want to pose the policy discussion. If the board wants to consider, instead of doing it every year, doing it every other year, or a different time span. Now that we've done it a few years, it might be a good time just to evaluate during the budget process. If you do it every other year instead of every year, we would still allocate funds and budget for it every year, but it would be half the amount. So instead of the
Well, it'd be 25,000 less is the current data. So it's a $25,000 budget impact to do a full reval every year versus full reval every other year, and then property record maintenance on the years we're not doing revalues.
But doesn't it also have an impact, if you expect your assessed value to go up, it makes sense to spend $25,000 because you're gonna collect more tax revenue? No, not necessarily, okay. I just didn't know by not doing it every year.
The thing, I mean, the pie is the same, it's just how it's spread up, and the TID increment is based on equalized value, which happens regardless of whether we assess or not. So, I don't think there's any inherent loss in that manner. The risk is, you know, Shorewood is doing well. And if you reassess on a reval every 2 years instead of 1, the risk of the properties going up from, you know, 3 to 5% every year, all of a sudden becomes 6 to 10% every other year. Again,
Which affects your tax rate, you know, it just makes it.
well, again, it just depends on your relationship to other properties in the village, and
Right.
so that's the risk. So staff has identified that as a major budgetary consideration, and would ask that you consider that in wrap-up.
So you're gonna provide us a memo or something laying out, you got the full every year.
Staff has quotes already from the assessor on the impact of that. It's a $25,000 per year savings to do it
Savings.
that way versus the current way.
What do our nearby neighbors do?
Don't know.
Find
That
out.
could be part of that
They
analysis.
changed it.
One analysis and that.
Okay.
Sure.
I know that Milwaukee changed theirs, like it went 2 years and went 1 year. There were reasons, I just don't remember why.
So you're gonna provide some analysis.
Yeah, if you would like, we can, I think that would be good, we can prepare a memo on this, you know,
Milwaukee's
just kind of
probably-
summarizing the pros and
No,
cons,
just
right?
what I know. No, exactly, it's just what I know.
You can definitely do that.
Okay. Yeah, it's a big picture.
Just trying to think of some ways that if you know, want to find that sweet spot for the budget, then that's one thing that you could do to get it down if you so choose, so.
If you did it, well, this has been an analysis, I'll just wait for that.
Okay.
That one is-
It says the recent retirement of 2 village hall staff. I know one, but who's the second?
Christensen, my assistant.
Oh, okay.
I don't think anybody else at Village Hall has significant tenure to meet that going forward, so that's gonna be a pretty level budget.
For, going back to legal fees, our actuals for the last 2 years, maybe there's something I don't know, but are higher than what we continue to budget. Is there an expectation we're gonna need less legal services next year?
Well, the actuals, keep in mind, for 2015, 16, and 17 projected reflect the combined impact of general and court legal fees. But the trend for general legal fees has shown an incline, and we have incorporated that into the 2018
But the
model.
total is still less than all 3 years actual, our budget total, right?
Well, again, the legal costs, I mean, there's labor negotiations, there's all sorts of other things buried in this historical data I would have to parse out. It's not all just related to our general legal counsel.
Oh, I know.
So I could certainly prepare some information for review on that matter.
I would like to know, I mean, I want to budget what we spend, and if the actuals, you know, maybe the 3 years prior were much lower, and there's a reason, I don't know, I just have 3 years in front of me.
Absolutely.
Anything else?
Did you say that did you say the contract fees of other services
The
going up?
assessor fee.
What is this, 30%?
Sorry.
For other general admin?
Other service contractors,
Yeah, that should be itemized out, right?
Yep.
I don't see the increase though. It's 4,500.
Mark,
Yes,
do you know the answer to that?
what's the question?
Where is the increase in other service contract fees? It looks like they're all annual costs, so are they just going?
I'm adding more of them.
Oh,
I'm adding more of them as they come up. That's been a deficiency that we've had over the years, is that we just kind of paid whatever we got billed for and threw it into a whole offline allocation pool and just spread it out wherever it hit. And again, now we're consolidating these, so
I see.
as those
So it's kind
come
of,
up.
it's a reallocation almost, or,
Because some of these are multi-year,
right.
so as I'm getting more and more data, I'm making sure we reflect that in our.
So nothing went up, it just is like Jessica said.
Presented a bit different.
Oh, they did go up a little bit. They did go up a little bit, but I've also added licenses that weren't previously budgeted for, because they're coming up now.
Oh, got it.
Anything else?
Last year, we talked about doing the threat and doing an outside threat analysis on our network, and we didn't do it. Or you
Yeah.